Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're going to do the second of a long series of tutorials, short and focused, around project succession. This session here will be about the licensing system and your account handling. It's not necessarily improve your workflows created with project succession, but it handles um, control, account control, software control, etc. So it's pretty important to talk about. When you really open up project succession for the very first time, you get greeted with this login screen. If you already have an account, which I doubt you have because it just released yesterday, but if this video is a little older, you might already have an account. You can just log in here. If you don't, you need to just register. Registering an account is pretty straightforward and standard. So you put in your email, and the password. You need to obviously accept the terms of service and the privacy policy. These are pretty standard, I would say. And let's hit register. Next, the tool will ask you to verify your email. If you don't get an email to verify it, just resend the verification email, and then you should get an email. I'm just quickly doing this on my cell phone, clicking this link. The email has been verified. You can now sign in with your new account. Nice. So right-clicking and reloading is usually the way to go. If it doesn't reload automatically, in the end, this is just a website, right? So in a Tauri app, so you have the options to also do Shift Command R or F5 to reload. Yeah, now we are greeted with the yeah, purchasing a license screen. So there's obviously also the option if you just opt out at this point, you don't want to keep your account. Maybe you had like a enterprise license and now you don't, and you say, okay, you don't want to pay for the license yourself. In this case, you can just then say, okay, I want to delete my account. This will be done immediately. It will anonymize all your data, and it will deactivate your license, which you don't have at the moment. In this case, we want to buy a license though. So clicking this will take a little while and then forward you to this website, which is giving you the option to choose a plan. Um, each plan comes with a 14-day free trial. This means, while you have to already subscribe, you will not be billed in the first 14 days. So let's say, okay, we want to do the individual monthly, or let's say we want to actually go full all in on, I don't know, the yearly business, right? This can be, well, let's do the monthly one. It's a little cheaper. Here we already see the email. We put in a postal code. I'm in Germany. Let's continue. And here you have different options. You can just pay with Google Pay, PayPal, or a credit card. I'm just using this credit card here. All of that will be blacked out. Obviously, you don't see anything. And then you just hit subscribe. Not going to do this now. But that would be the workflow. As soon as you have subscribed, this session here is invalidated. You see, there is nothing. You will then be able to continue within the application. I already have a subscription on a different account. I just created this account for you to follow the login and the account creation and the licensing purchasing. But in this case, I'm going to just log in with my existing one. So let's use my work one. And as a password, it was this one. And then we are logged in. As soon as we are logged in, actually I need to log out because I wanted to show you something different. So this is actually how it looks when done through an enterprise license. So this license is managed by an organization, and it will actually show you, okay, you can't edit your license yourself. You need to get in contact with your license administrator. But for a personal license, let's just do this one real quick. And here you see, okay, we have a few things not available because I'm on a individual plan. So the node snippet library, or what's not available is the snippet, the disabling of nodes, and the retry logic. These are basically the business and studio plan features. And what we also don't have available is the CLI tool. But everything else, all the nodes, all the integrations is available for you with the lowest tier already. I wanted to make sure to give the base value of project succession to everyone, and then everything on top is just ease of use utility, right? But speaking of the licensing, coming back to the licensing, we have here under help, the licensing tab. And this will show you your account email and the license details, if it's still trailing or trialing, or if you're already on a paid subscription. So I haven't paid a single cent yet. You see your plan. You see when it renews, so at what point you will be billed, and when you last updated that plan. If you want to manage your subscription, you can just click here on Manage Subscription. That will open up the default paddle.com user portal. You here see your monthly subscription. You see when your next payment will happen. You will see when your basically what your first payment was and what your existing payments were here. In this case, I paid $0 because I'm on a trial. You can change your payment method. If you go to payments, you have here your purchase, and you see your transaction ID. This is really important. If you have ever problems with your transaction, you can, or payment, you can get in contact with Paddle, and this here will help you to resolve the issues. You can update your invoice here. You can do this only once. By default, when yes, you already saw earlier, we only collect the postal postal ID, right? But if you want to have a full invoice, you can create one here for this payment, and you have your account, and you can also cancel your subscription here. This link will be created for you individually whenever you click on Best Managed Subscription. If you really like Project Succession on an individual basis, but you say, hey, I actually want to upgrade my subscription to either better support me or to access features you actually want to try out or use, you can always click on Change Plan, and this will open up in-app an option to select your new plan. You have the option here also to switch between monthly and yearly payment. The yearly payment is a little bit cheaper overall. And you just select the plan you want to upgrade to. And it will actually tell you, yeah, this will be billed monthly in this case. And your subscription will be updated immediately, and you'll be charged a prorated amount for the remainder of your current billing period. So if you're half a month on individual and now you upgrade to business, the difference will be paid immediately. And it's like not as if you would like pay for half a month, I think. But maybe Paddle handles this differently. All I tell Paddle in the end is, hey, this user is on the new plan now. And it's really important if you have any checkout coupons, etc. These will not be taken over to the new plan. So you will lose those. But it's also here. Why do I mention this? Because yesterday for launch, I also provided for the Discord members some 30% discount on the first 3 months or on the first year with a certain with a certain code, which you can find on my Discord. So much. This is the licensing handling in Project Succession. I really hope you like it. Oh, one very last thing, actually. So if we are logged in, we can just always obviously type succession help, and this will give us also, like we don't have options for example, succession status, right? Because we are not on the correct licensing plan. Yeah, it tells you, hey, you're on an individual license and you need the business plan for this. But what you can do is you can check your license status. So you can always do this to get your license information. And if this license information might have changed, you can, because it's cached, you can cache the, clear the cache and get the license anew. Exactly. So much. Also for the license. I hope you liked it. I have to actually edit this video. It's not a one shot because I have some sensitive information in there. Haha. Yeah, I hope you like it and see you around. Bye.